Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television, the channel or we see Kaufman _F on YouTube. And today's broadcast is my AMAZFIT base Watchface creations. So let's immediately start with the web page that it all happens on. That's safb.fabiobarben.click, and there are over 7,000 watch faces for this watch, the AMAZFIT base, which is pretty nice, but I'm missing moon phase and sunrise and sunset. I have tried to make it with this app. This app is called Watchface. This is one of my own creations, this watch face, but I made that with this online watch face creator. So when I use this one, perhaps somebody can explain how it works. Then, for example, here it has a function. It's pretty late at night already. Lunar, and I tried that, and then the watch disappeared in well, it's not really sleep mode. The watch stays always on, but it is a power saving mode without seconds. And I also miss the animations of the pebble. Other than that, this has GPS, and it feels nice. It's just another a bit darker watch, basically. I'm sporting this new watch face that I made. Let's see if I can refine this. To make these faces, I'm using Google Chrome. So here you see some of my latest watch faces. This is Ardian Jaya, also a very loved watch face creator on this website. But these two, for example, digital ones I made. Another thing that is bothering me is that these, they call them widgets, for example, heartbeat, battery, and footsteps. That icon, the green icon, is always with it if you choose to have that, and it's in this font, this font actually. So this font is the same as the footsteps and the other ones, but I've made it very big so that at night you can see the watch, see the time without having to use any light. I usually keep the backlight off to save battery, and I can see it like this when there's light enough in the room. When there's some light, then when it's a big watch face, then you can definitely see that clearly. And in the sunlight, it's totally perfect, much better than these LCD and other Android watches. So an e-ink display is a must. So I also made these two, the Patek Philippe Quilver and the Patek Philippe Guilloche. And this Roboto, this is basically used on another watch website where you can make your own watch faces for the pebble. And there it's in standard fonts. But these watch face generators also miss certain functions. It would be nice if also with this watch you could have seconds on shake, basically, so that if you do it like this, then it gets out of that mode. Also, perhaps they can build it into the new firmware. If you touch the screen, it would be nice that you don't have to touch this button to get it out of this mode, where the second hand disappears, and So that's a power saving mode, and the seconds disappear, but it gives the minutes on time, etc. So once every minute you see it jump a little bit, the hand. Also, it would be nice if they'd build in the ability to adjust the time without syncing with the cancer cell phone radiation, and if Apple could bring back the App Store in iTunes. So I like this one especially. This is one I could definitely wear myself. It's another creator that made this first one. So it's obviously an homage, a tribute to the Bell & Ross watches. It takes a while to load. And the original creator is Dave or David or whatever. So I made it a tribute to the creator of that watch face. But I strive for perfection. And the Patek Philippe is almost like the original. The hands may be a little different in size. But perhaps they're perfect, perhaps. Anyway, one of them I placed a bit to the left or to the right, and then it totally... You can see that it really looks like a cheap thing. But now I corrected that, so the watch hands have to be exactly in the middle. And I will show later how to create it yourself. Which is really very easy. So it would be nice. I don't know if this watch can handle, for example, moon phase, if it's überhaupt possible to show the moon phase. Since it has Lollipop and I've also installed some apps, I think it should be possible somehow. And I think it's a good thing for AMAZFIT, for Huami or whatever, the watch creator of the watch. That Pebble was bought by Cancer Fitbit, and on those watches you cannot, you cannot turn off the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi, or the Bluetooth. So the Fitbit, Cancer Fitbit watches are not to be bought, and to check out if you can put it in airplane mode. You don't want to irradiate yourselves and use aluminum foil. And I hope that they can make for the Fitbit bip that they can put an airplane mode on the next firmware. So that's stuff I wanted to say before making the rest of this video. So I don't really like these widgets, that they're always the same widgets. You see them with all these different watch faces, all the same widgets. And even if I use this app, then it's also the same widgets. But it is nice to preview watch faces with this. So it's quite easy to become a member here and to upload your own watch faces. Here you see a picture of me. How it got that, I don't know. I didn't put it there. Anyway, it is pretty cool. So these are the watch faces I shared for now, but I'm working on more. I'm working on a Big Ben watch face. I only have to make the hands the right size and then it's perfect. Worked a long time on this. And like the, what is it, Moto 360 or whatever, this watch has at the bottom. So the dial is not completely round. At the bottom it has, well, I think it is for an, a light sensor that measures the UV or the amount of light. So I think it's a pity it's on there. It would have been nicer if they could make it completely round next time, and with the camera and the ability to install normal Android apps and a speaker. So this is also missing a speaker and the Pebble as well. So more watches with e-ink displays, because they can stay on for like a week or so, while the other watches, when you have the watch always on, the Apple cannot even have the watch face always showing. You have to do this, and I don't like it. I want to be able to see it, and also for others to see it. It's a fashion thing. And I think these Android watches are totally it. I'm a watch collector, so I also have normal watches. I recently bought another nice piece. So I think that's what most people would like to see. What I just said about an e-ink display with camera, full Android, the ability to turn it in airplane mode, and lots of, you also have these watches to measure your blood pressure. And there's a blood pressure app for your iPhone and also for Android. That's the iCare blood pressure app, and with that you can measure your blood pressure with your iPhone and or your Android. It may not be very accurate. I still have to do the video, I think, on how accurate that is. Though I think I tested another watch. Anyway, you can check my channel for more info on this as well. Normally it's about creating universal peace, so that means controlling the factors that control aging. So what I did with this, the original upload, I can show that as well, the original creator. Then I have to search, do a search. This site usually takes a while to load. Perhaps it's used by many people at the moment as well. In the Netherlands it's now like 4:30, past 4:30. So then if I search on that Gideon, I don't know what it stands for, but I see PADI. It's the Divers Association, where I got my diving diploma, which you need to dive in foreign countries and stuff, or anywhere basically. Dev 42290 uploaded the original. And now what one can do is, let's see, you can simply turn the watch, which is WFC or something. Yeah, they are WFC files, then rename it to zip file, so the WFC changes into ZIP. Enter, and then if there's a message from Windows, then that's okay. Continue, and then you have the zip file, and then you can extract all the parts of the zip file, which in this case has these backgrounds. So this is the original background. And you can see it's not totally dark. So what I did is I used the freeware terrific program GIMP. I've not been succeeding at creating a shortcut to this. I don't know why that's not working. Oh yeah, I did succeed in the end, but I don't know how I did it. Anyway, so I heightened the contrast so the black becomes blacker and the white becomes whiter, because in the power saving mode, when it switches off the second, and then when you basically make the watch face, this is not a good example. I can let this one go. So I think it's best to reload. I think there's a time limit on it, half an hour perhaps, or something like that, 20 minutes. So sometimes the watch face doesn't work anymore that you've uploaded, and then you have to reload the page. I've pressed reload, so we're waiting for that now. But it is great that at least this exists, though it would be nice to have a better app like this one, so that you can also do other things like add moon phase, sunrise and sunset times, and animations and stuff like that. I know it is possible with this watch. Well, it takes a while to reload. So yeah, with GIMP you can edit the watch faces and make alterations and adjust it to your liking. Oh, it's something else. I thought that it had Paddy on it, a diving thing. Perhaps that also exists. No idea why I thought that. Perhaps it's another one. Gateway timeout. Oh really? Let's do it again. So let's see, the microphone seems to be working. I'm still there as well. And with this watch, I think this ring is really awesome. It seems to be about the same type of material. It's a hematite ring. They are magnetic, you can get them pretty cheap. And they are also supposedly healing. They can be magnetic. And yeah, I think it's pretty nice. I don't know why it's not loading the page. Perhaps too many users at the moment, because I don't know. Perhaps because I uploaded such a nice watch face. CPU was kind of loaded. Let's try it in a different manner then. CPU at 92%. What is taking my CPU? So that's the Tudor original. Well, it's mainly OBS, but now it's at 54%. No. Paste and go. So perhaps it had to do with my CPU. Now it uses more CPU, so it takes kind of some CPU to generate this page. Browse. There it all starts. And then I've put them in here. Let's see. Backups. AMAZFIT base. So I've baseified the watch. I don't know if that's necessary. But it was necessary to root it, I think, to install these apps. I don't even know if that's necessary as well. Watchface.be has these of several watches. It has these. Oh, that's another one I made. I didn't upload that yet. I might make another one, more perfect version. Oh, I could do that right now. Sort by date. Okay, this one. And it should appear here, yes. Okay, that's working. Buffoon Quetzalcoatl Hotel. Okay. This off, and then there's a nice trick to get rid of the. Let's preview it already. No, not yet. I turn off all these functions for these analog watches that are more about beauty than about function. Otherwise, I can use a digital watch. Okay. Preview. Okay, then we see here this status bar. And if we look at the AMAZFIT base, basically, then we see that here at the bottom, the brown screen is kind of cut off by this thing, and over here we see that sensors, you keep it in the lights and stuff. On this picture you can see clear that the screen's cut off at the bottom, like the Huawei or the Moto 360. The Huawei might not have that, but that has no e-ink display, so the battery runs out pretty fast if you keep it on, the watch face on all the time. So what to do about that? Then we hide that by adding the value 290, and then this bar. You can't really see it on this watch face. Remove, preview. Then this is lower than it was before. It was over here. So this way it's hidden behind that thing we find at the bottom of the watch. So that when you put it in airplane mode, which you can do with this watch pace, not with the bib for as far as I know, that's why I haven't bought it yet. But this has the bib has a longer screen on time, though it's supposedly less functions and stuff. But I would like that with a nice flip clock. That would look awesome. Anyway, so this way this bar is hidden, and that's cool when you want to enjoy a beautiful watch face. So this is buffoon, hour. I think this is a very original watch. I like the design. So this is the hour hand. This is all downloaded on that website. Minute. On watchfaces.be. Minute hand is this one. And then you should also be able to add the shade. This might be the shade of the thing. But okay, like this is also looks pretty awesome already. Oh, okay, preview. Takes a while to generate. This is showing 1010, and then the trick to get rid of this small second hand is uploading a transparent image, of course. And I have that in the Patek directory somewhere over here. No, yeah. Transparent. I made this with this, just using an image that has some transparency, doing a cutout of the transparent thing, cropping it, select, edit, crop to, well then you first have to select some stuff, but crop is somewhere, and then you have a small transparent thing for the seconds, and then one line last time, preview, there it is. Well, that's pretty good already. And then you can check how it would look if you are in suspended mode, basically, with the watch face always showing. So then you have to press lo-fi over here, and then you see, and then you can apply different dithering. Though this may be the best version, you can try them all out. RGB channels 50% threshold. That would look pretty bad, probably. It depends. Sometimes it looks better. Well, it's very yellow. The RGB space quantization. Yeah, that looks good. I think with the color of the snake also it's about the same. But if you want to see the time, then, well, I don't know. We're gonna try them all. That might be a bit too light. So then you can also adjust brightness and contrast, etc. I already did that with this one. This is lab space quantization. That has here these sort of cross in the middle. Compared to RGB space quantization. I think that has some more contrast and stuff. Brings out the depth in the watch. That really looks awesomer. That really looks good. Alright. So then I download it like that. It goes pretty fast. Did I forget anything? No, I don't think so. Let's share this with the people of planet Earth. Whoopa. Okay, fully shared. Oh, according to my watch, what it's saying is you've been sitting for too long. Let's stand up. Stand up. Stand up. And move around for a minute. Oh, and then the watch face comes on automatically again. So the message does not stay in the watch. With the pebble, when there's a message, if you don't do anything, the message stays on your watch all the time. And there may also be settings for that, I don't know. But I never use the cancer cell phone radiation, or I try to keep it to the minimum amount. Some watches, when you have them first time, you need to pair it with the cancer cell phone to get it to work überhaupt, to get it to work at all. So I prepared this a bit already. You can see that I've been making several versions of the watch face, edited versions. So if you know better ways to get rid of these dots, basically, because it normally looks like this. And it also looks like this on your watch. Though I also think it's a bit dark, so it would be better to have glass that is not adding more darkness, but it's completely transparent. So you can see that e-ink. So there's real ink in these watches, basically. And it's charged, and then by applying different charges, they all colors have a different charge, they make the different colors of the watch, is what I understand. But you can see YouTube videos where they explain what they're actually doing, these e-ink displays. But this is no time to play. We have work to do. So in fact, this is not a mechanical watch, of course, so there are differences. And many of these super expensive mechanical watches, you have to wind them by hand. They're not automatics, which I've heard is the most service intensive type of watch, supposedly. Anyway, this is a lot of gold, so if you buy this one, you can also see it as an investment. I think $1,350 or something. Or was it even more? 135,000. I don't know, but I know it has some gold in it anyway. So I think it's an original idea, original watch. But what I read is that only 20 pieces were made of this, and that it's a limited edition, though it's on the web, it's pretty popular. But controlling the factors that control aging is more important, of course. This is just a waste of time making all these watch faces. I'm gonna pack another pipe, stand up for a while. It's good advice of my watch. I actually followed its advice a couple of times already. Though in the beginning I thought it was a bit annoying perhaps. But now I like it. Definitely a good idea. I might also get something to drink and just take it easy. It's pretty late already. I think I already uploaded this. Reload. So basically it's a tribute to the watchmakers. Of course people want the nicest looking one. And with the Bell & Ross I think that's very clear. Pilot watch. I like the design. Let's see if there is überhaupt a Betty Bell & Ross. This Psycho has Betty on it. Or Seiko. The goal is super white and super black, maximum contrast, visibility. So then I could do this Psycho. And the idea is also, because the watch is pretty big, the AMAZFIT pays to make the watch face. Let's see. I can let these go. Perhaps it helps if I close some pages. Excellent font, very readable. You can download these for free. Identity font Roboto 2014 bold, and that has several types in the package. So then you can choose the right thickness, etc. So there are some awesome fonts. There are also awesome fonts online. Okay, with the watch the idea is basically to make round watches a bit smaller, so that they're exactly so that the rim, that this thing is not cutting off the watch face basically. And then you can make the rest any color or black or anthracite or whatever this color is. Hematite color basically. Though in sunlight it looks a bit more silvery. I don't know if there's also a silver version of this. This look like it's a different color. Let's see if I shine my little flashlight on it, what comes then. Brush it up a little bit with a piece of paper. think it doesn't become this color. So it may also exist in silver. Or is this just with a lot of sunlight on it? So this seems a lot lighter than this, basically. So I'm wondering, is this a different color? Or is this the same thing I'm wearing? Perhaps it just needs a lot of sunlight. Okay. Perhaps there's only one color, I don't know. I can check it later, but I would think it's only one color. Because if I search on AMAZFIT base silver, then it doesn't find it. Here we also see at the bottom, I think here you might see that sensor. Okay. Well, one watch face I particularly like is the space and time also. This is showing my Tudor. I was gonna pick a pipe and get something to drink as well. And it takes a while to scroll through all the watch faces. If you use your Cancer cell phone, you can do it faster, but then you first need to connect via Cancer Bluetooth, and your health is the most important thing. So it's better to just upload the watch faces via, to sideload them as they say, to just load them via the USB cable. Another nice one for analog is, I think it's a Louis Vuitton MTOM 141 watch face with black and white contrasted hands here. Time and space is that watch face. I think it was pretty recently uploaded. Then I'll have to turn on the light. That's under common you slide down from the top, come on, and then slide down a little bit, backlight. I put it on 2 for now, and then I can show you some stuff. Okay. Hoppa. HP. Let's see. First, keep it closer to the camera for the light adjustment. So it's not really like the original, you could argue, has not got the Earth in the middle. But the big moon, I think, is the hour, 5:05 at the moment. So the flying saucer basically points to the minutes. I press the button. At the top it also shows the temperature. And the space shows all the seconds. But the original might have in ambient mode, or whatever they call it, that doesn't show the Earth, so then you can read the time more clearly. But I'm not getting into that now. For now I'm gonna get something to drink in my pipe, but also think about the next part of this video. This is another psychopathy. The Psycho monster is another love diver watch, basically. But okay, why would you wear that when it's so heavy and big, and it's much more prone to damage? And all these mechanical watches break. If you imagine that we're all eternal, perhaps they will control the factors that control aging soon. Mr. the Grey thinks that might happen during our lifetime, that they will find ways to live a lot longer. Perhaps extend our lives by 100 years by controlling these, what he thinks are 7 factors that control aging, and maybe more. So on each, the most important factors have to be controlled first. But I did a separate broadcast about it on this channel. Please like and subscribe. My other videos are, well, this is pretty good. I like this. This is reasonable. So I'm now gonna switch back to the Watchface generator. See if there are any others that I want to create. The Big Ben, I might do that. It's already prepared more or less. I did download this. Okay. Then I want to reload the page again. So then I have to find an original name. Why not just Big Ben? Browse. I can make it Big Ben prototype because I still have to adjust the watch hands. So I best sort by date, and I have the latest versions. Right there. Minutes. So it looks simple, but it's a lot of work to get these hands from the pictures, to edit them out and then perfect them so that it looks presentable. Oh, I still have to turn everything off and stuff. Okie dokie. Review already. So that's pretty fast. There it is. Nice, huh? Oh yeah, and I have to do that's what I forgot, of course. Second hand. No. Okay. Then the lo-fi version would look like this. So what I've done is enhance the contrast and edited out a lot of stuff that you don't want. So this is already lo-fi in RGB space quantization, which may be best or not. Lab space. Checking out lab space. Well, I thought RGB was perhaps best. Adds more contrast, definitely. I like that one. Channels 50% threshold looks like this. No, I think this one is nicest. Yeah, I'm making these watch faces live, while also packing a pipe. Alrighty, download and share. So you can all download this on this website. So if, oh, I'd have to turn off the light. on my watch. 87% battery. I recently charged it fully the first time, and that took about 2.5 hours or something when completely empty. But that was the first time I completely drained the watch for the battery. So that's best to do when you receive something, to first drain the battery, fully charge it a couple of times. Some batteries have a memory. Anyway, some batteries are just bad quality. Come on. And backlight. This now has 5 brightness levels, but I think even the softest level is too bright. Brightness auto looks pretty good. Is that? I think that may be less bright than level 1. Yeah, the auto is pretty cool. That's pretty nice for at night. But I keep it off to save the battery. Alright. Just need some light. My little flashlight. So yeah, Big Ben is a public clock, so everybody can make a picture of it and make a watch face out of it, basically. When Big Ben. But the original watch hands, the minute hand is even longer on the original. Let's put it on 9/11 perhaps. Also do it like this. Ooh. Fuck. I hit the enter key or whatever. So that's the one not to use when you're doing this. Anyway, on the original, the hands are longer. So here you can follow the watch faces that are uploaded recently. So that's my upload. So basically I think that the minute hand goes to here somewhere, but the original goes all the way to the outer end of the watch face of the clock, real Big Ben clock. And this one, the hour hand is actually shorter than this one, so I have to shorten the hour hand and make the minute hand longer. Perhaps someone else can do it for me in a couple of minutes. I might do it tonight. I'm busy anyway. Now. So my theory is that you have to keep the transparent background same size and resize only the hand with Photoshop or with the GIMP, which I use. Bring out the GIMP. So yeah, I had a problem with a shortcut. Another cool app that I've installed recently to clean up my taskbar. A lot of icons have disappeared from that now. I've removed them and I've been able to place them in standalone stack. Takes a little while to load. But it will appear. It's this thing. So you can make groups of your favorite apps that you use a lot, so that you don't need them on the taskbar anymore. And you don't have to use the Windows Start menu. So it's pretty fast. And you can also stack them in different ways. And I think that's better than the 7 stacks which I first used. But I almost never use it. I like this one better, so I plan on using it more. So that I have less icons on the Windows taskbar. But they become smaller, so if I open more, it can still open more apps, I think. Let's see an app. Contacam is a really good freeware camera app, and it's so good because it starts recording immediately when you switch it on. You don't have to wait. A couple of seconds before it's actually working. At the moment I can only use I could use this one, but it's not necessary. It's just to show that the icons get smaller and that it's still not leading to having to use a button to scroll through the taskbar icons. Perhaps I changed the setting on it. Usually it resides in here. Contacam. Okay. Nice, cool watch faces. So it's just to ridicule it a little bit. Of course, I don't think that people that have to watch are buffoons. It's just a joke. Okay, then I can try to edit it. I don't know. If you all would like to see me create another watch face at, what is it, 4 something at night. 5:24. $5:25 already on my watch. So I could adjust this watch as well. This is one of my favorites. Really cool design, original. With the Earth, the Moon and the flying saucer. It also shows the temperature, 9.5 degrees Celsius at the top. And the day and date. Okay. So then what do I have to do? We have to open the hands. And single women are free shiatsu massageable. If you are, then you're welcome for free shiatsu hand massage. Start with the second hand, and then I have to check how much I have to make it smaller. Because I want them to look like the original, of course, watch faces. Okay, this is what it looks like on the GIMP. And the real Big Ben looks like this, of course, in England. Greenwich Mean Time. And the pound. The mean pound and the kind euro. Or not, perhaps it's the other way around. Well, the neural network is so fast. But perhaps it's not the best. So here we see that the hand is very long. The minute hand reaches to the outer end. And the second hand reaches to inside the inner dial. So then the one I made is a bit too big. Simple, simple, simple. No preview. I have to remake it because I pressed the wrong button. but we can see it's I wonder how far it continues here, basically. So according to this picture, it ends a little bit before the outer end of the dial. So let's see if we can get close to that. Uh-huh. 20% shorter, I'd guess, something like this. So the way to do that is, others are better at this than I am. I haven't done this very much. You can use the plus key to zoom in to make it a little bigger. Actually, the detail on this is pretty nice. Over here, these are little crosses actually, here at the outer end of the Big Ben hour hand. Look again at the picture. Ooh. So that's okay. Look at the pointiness of the hand. I thought that on here it didn't look that pointy, but it is. Okay, so it has to stop before the dial a bit. Though you could argue that this hand is a bit too long and the minute hand is too long and the hour hand is too short. Anyway, and the one that I made looked like this. So it's about till here then, I think. So it has to be shortened by this much. Over here. Okay. That's over here, I think. Look at it again. Okay. More like over here. So then I have to select this thing, and there's this tool for that. And then by pressing shift you can add to it. And then press control. Alright. Then I'm first going to use my eraser tool. Make it bigger. I don't really know what it is, but if it's invisible then it doesn't matter much. Well, it's looking pretty good. Okay, then the resizing scale tool. Then we have to adjust it to about this length. Look at it one more time. I'd like to do it right the first time, basically. Okay, so it's curving like that, and then even below that curve, so basically here. Okay. Curving in here, so it has to become this much smaller. But the middle has to stay at the same spot, which was 159 now. Okay, so first I resize it. Don't know if the best place to start is here. And it has to be at keep it short enough like this. At 79. Okay. Whoa. $159 and 79. Something like this. Scale. Okay. Then I want to look at the original again. Oh, then it might. Then I'll just rescale it if I have to. Okay, it's opening a second instance, that's what I wanted. 159. 159. Yeah. Okay, I remembered it. Okay. So that's correct. So we have to find the approximate middle of the watch hand. 159 on this one. There it is on 159. Well, it's not in the middle anymore. So I put this one in the middle of the watch hand. There. And then, oh, it's still on scaling, of course. Then you need this one, move tool. And then move it to 159, 159. Like that. Let's see. Then you shouldn't change, you should not choose save as, but export as. Resized. I have to hit export twice. And here, well, I have these settings at the moment. I use compression level 3 only, though you can put this on 9. I don't know if that gives more pixelation when in other modes. So least compression might preserve the best quality, but then sometimes the image becomes too big. So it has to be below 1000 KB or whatever. I don't know if I have to save the other things, but I think it won't matter much. Export and test it. Reload it first. Don't know why the watch hand is not working. Sometimes it happens. but I think I loaded the same watch hand I did previous time when I didn't load it. Weird. And then we still have to add the transparent second hand. Of course, you can also add a second hand in power saving mode. It disappears, and I think it is nice to have one. It's not generating the hour hand. And then I'm wondering, is perhaps I saved it wrongly? Perhaps I should turn something on. This one is the one I used previous time and that generated. You can just use any watch face basically. Hmm. "12 seconds to load." "4 seconds." Well, it's a bit too long. Say no go. Then I can do two things, or start with the original again, which is more professional, you could argue, but I know that this one is a little bit too long, so let's make it a little bit shorter. And it's only the tip basically that has to be made shorter. So then all we do is set to here, and this is 179. Okay, 79, 79, 79, 79. Let's do this. Hoppa. 159. Okay, reasonable. Still a bit too long, perhaps, but it's just about right. I think these hands are made to reach the outer rim. You see the big hand reaches the outer rim completely here. Okay. Let's load the big hand of the big pen. Big pen hand. I think this one may be the best. That's my latest, saved latest, so I'm not even certain. I gotta get something to drink. So 159, 159. Total is 320. So as a matter of fact, it should be 160, 160, I guess. Anyway, let's try it like this. So that's very simple. It basically has to reach to the outer end. Perhaps keep it 1 pixel short of that. First, then I select tool thing. That's a cool thing. Make sure we have everything on there. Resize it. beside it. And move it. We can even make it even a little bit longer. Resize again. But I want to keep inside the outside of this thing so that it doesn't give problems. So for now I'm gonna save it like this. Just like the real thing. So I think the second hand on there is inappropriate. I cannot move the second hand. I don't even see where it ends. Perhaps here somewhere. Anyway, then I'd use another hand. So let's do the transparency before. I cannot save and upload the image anymore. Oh, the empty is also in here. Oh, but it's not the good one, it's too big. Let's do the other one. But once you've made the parts of it, you can easily, within 1 minute, create another watch face, basically. So it's not preventable, everyone can do this. And preview. Wappa, perfect. Or not. Download. Unnamed face, that's not the idea. Perfected, great joy. Grant doesn't fall down on it. On what time should I put it? Four o'clock is the idea. And share. Okay, so these watch faces are absolutely awesome, I think. I will upload this to my watch. It's very easy. Not the Roboto font, but the others are going to be uploaded. Cradle, rock the cradle of love. Where art thou? O perfect cradle, come hither. Display capture, okay. I have to do that because I'm naked. I had the cable on the desk full, I think. I put it right here, I already used it, that's why I don't have it on the desk anymore. Alright. Great. So then I can show how we do that. Whoopa. One watch, one cradle. Gently press it in there. Ooh. You have to make sure that it's pretty much in the right position so that you don't break the cradle. And then perhaps I should get a reserve. And then just plug it into it. With the first version
C.
With the first version of the firmware I had, I made a folder Watchface and copied watch faces into it, but that didn't work. So if you've updated the firmware to the correct version, then this directory Watchface may be there. It's just the internal storage of the AMAZFIT. If this directory is not there, they say you have to create it, but that didn't work for me, so I updated the firmware and stuff. I pacified my watch, basically. And there are quite a number of watch faces in here already. Okay. So these two are attempts to try the other watch builder, but they didn't work on the watch using this program. So I can delete this. Though these are originals. Nah, who cares? Delete. Press Shift and Delete to permanently delete these 16 items. Yes. It matters qua scrolling when you have to scroll on the watch to the end for the most recent watch faces. That takes a long time. We'll see how long it takes. And you can just copy the watch faces, that's easy. $11. So there are over 7,000 on that website. So it would take quite a while to even watch them all, to even look at them all. And in this directory on my watch I have, well, keen to know, at the moment 133 with a total space of 30 MB. Alright, so it's uploaded. Goody goody. Take the watch out of the cradle. Oh, I did it wrong basically. I always first unplug the USB. So this is very wrong of me. Doesn't matter much, but it's better to first unplug the USB. Okay. Space and time watch face is also very nice. Start with the Big Ben. So then I have to scroll. Oh, yeah, we're gonna time it perhaps. 10 seconds already. So it helps if you first wait until the watch face is loaded. Then when you swipe, you can swipe bigger amounts of watch faces. And if you don't wait, well, sometimes it works, but sometimes it gets stuck and then it's stuck every time you swipe. Tudor Blue Snow Submariner. Day date plus, okay. Let's start with the Bell and Ross. That was just at the outer end. And see if now in ambient mode or whatever it stays black like on the preview. Yeah. Totally black, no little white dots on the dial. Cooler. Turn on some light on it for you all. Under settings common, and we go to backlight. I put it on 2 right now. So you can also do it like this basically. That shows this is with a flat. Oh, it is. I've moved it, so that's why the light was on. I thought that's a lot of light. I'm not even properly shining on it, but this shows how dirty the screen is. Use a clean piece of paper. You see, it looks almost like the real thing, and this also has the day and the date on it in a nice way put on it. You can't really see it like this. If I do this, perhaps you see in there between 1 and 2 o'clock and 10 and 11 day and date. So this would be a watch face that I can wear regularly. So thanks to the creator, and let's try the Big Ben now then. I think this is awesome. I also downloaded a Nokia phone watch face. It's also pretty interesting. Time and space is very cool. Buffoon Quetzalcoatl. That's looking very good as well. Big Ben prototype. That's not what we want. Big Ben perfected. Oh. I do this to adjust the brightness of the camera. Huh? Fuck. So only the second hand is shown in ambient mode. That's so weird. Unfortunately, Wear Services has stopped. Weird. This hasn't happened. Well, it has happened with another watch face, I think. wait and see if it stays on. No, it happens again. Perhaps the second hand is too long on this one, I'll have to check. Try the Big Ben, the other Big Ben watch face. Then I'll have to adjust it a little bit. But I also worked for an hour or longer on the dial basically to get it perfected. Okay, now scroll to the end. So you can see exactly how long it takes. The Big Ben prototype, let's see that then. And then see, and a couple of seconds after that it goes into ambient mode. And again the same thing. Fuck. And the second hand also disappears, so there must be something with the picture that makes it do that. So I'll have to convert it somehow to get it to work. Perhaps when saving it I have to turn on save color of transparent or whatever, something like that, or alpha, working with perhaps somebody knows how to fix this, it would be nice. Where services has stopped again, so there must be something wrong with it. Try another one. Oh, I have to scroll to the end again. Bummer, because it's a cool watch face. So I'm sorry for everyone. Perhaps they have sabotaged it somehow. Like they do with everything. I mean, Jesuits and Masons. Anyway, the Bell & Ross is awesome. That's one I would use more anyway. I could try a digital one, but I think the other coolest one is the Buffoon Quetzalcoatl Hotel. That looks really awesome. Oh yeah, and the ambient mode is even better. That's really high contrast. I like this one, absolutely awesome. So this is the way it looks in ambient light. Ooh. Well, well, then I just press the button. So it would also be nice if they can make the screen more dimmable, but with the auto feature, that's pretty much solving it. So that's because it's not in the mode yet. So that's original, the snake moving. Okay. Very cool. So please let me know how to fix the Big Ben. Well, I'll just try some things. Messing with layers, perhaps converting, then back converting or something like that. Of course, there are lots of people that are making money off Big Ben, tourists and stuff. I can check the new Tudor also. This one's awesome. This one's awesomer as well. I think this one's really beautiful as well. The Patek Philippe. It doesn't really come out well on this camera, it has no zoom. Oh yeah, the ambient's even awesomer than the original. Excellent. Really cool. Okay, so then let's try to get the Big Ben to work, because that's my favorite perhaps. I think the Bell Ross qua usable face, but I think it's just cool to have a Big Ben on your wrist and that everybody can wear it. So let's see if we can fix it. Lo-fi. I have checked it, and on this one it works normally. Let's load it into this thing then. Oh, I have to do new. So it cannot be that the hand is too big. It must be the pictures have been saved in a way that they disappear when... So let's just resave all the pictures. Only the second hand works, so I only have to resave the hour and the dial. This is the hour hand. Then we have these, I don't know how this works with layers. Layer. Lead layer. Show layer mask. Oh, that's not available. Transparency. Convert a specified color to transparency. Semi-flatten. Export as. Or perhaps I can delete them from my website, also the ones that are not working, or from the website, I mean. Resaved. Change some settings on it. Mainly save color values from transparent pixels. Save layer, offset, save gamma. Save background color. So it can be off, interlacing off. Export. And check. Our hands. Oh, then I'd better do that with the dial as well. Because on this thing it shows it anyway. It shows also in lo-fi mode or whatever. I remember that correctly. So let's do the dial. Uh-huh. Well, that's wrong. um, phew. I'm gonna replace that image. Save background color, interlacing atom. Save background color has to be on, I guess. So interlacing atom 7 off. Resave the hour hand. I think it won't work yet, probably. Perhaps I have to do something with the alpha thing. Save color values from transparent pixels. Well, I just have to try a couple of times, probably. Oh, I've imported it as a minute hand, that's why. Oh fuck, then I shouldn't have resaved it. Am I doing the same thing again? Of course. Preview. Try uploading it to the watch to see if anything has changed. So first I'm going to test it before uploading it again. But the Patek is awesome.
C.
So now I first remove the USB.
D.
And then I can leave it in the cradle to check. So only in ambient mode the thing disappears. This is already showing it in lo-fi. Perfected 1. So let's see if I'm on camera now. No, it still disappears. And there seems to be something on the watch face. Let's check it with the light. Well, I would think it may be something on one of the layers. But it shouldn't give any problem if it's on it. Eraser tool. But I think that cannot be it. So it must be with the layers. It's so the strange thing is it only shows the minute hand and not the hour and the dial that disappears in the ambient mode. So then we'd have to look at the differences between the pictures. Initialize layer mask too. So which ones should I choose? This is the minute hand, so I'm not going to do this. Add layer mask. Anchor the floating layer. I don't know what that does. So where can I überhaupt see what layers are on this, basically? I thought there would be another thing over here I was looking for before. So basically it switches to showing only the transparent layer. In ambient mode. though the minute hand is shown. Oh, that thing is still in there. Oh no. No. Why is this not closing? I think it will not work yet, but I will test it. The Ferrari watch face is also that's having a second hand that is acting weird in ambient mode, and some well, actually it is in normal mode it's acting weird, and in ambient mode the problem disappears. Who's that one? So it has to do something with something to do with layers. Layers with layers. It says something on the watch, let's see. Unfortunately, where service has stopped.
D.
First try another watch face. Nautica. Then I have to scroll again. Fuck. But now the other thing that was displaying before has disappeared. There was a stripe on, seemed to be on the minute hand. I could try it with a much higher compression ratio or whatever. See how big the file is. Under 19 kilobytes, well, that should easily be doable. Ooh. on certain layers and again. But I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. Well then, I think I'll finish the watch phase another time. Perhaps I'll let you know what the problem was. I'm gonna check this video on basic layers, gym tutorial layers, the basics, and then I'm gonna try to correct it if possible, and then I'll try to upload it to that website for the AMAZFIT base. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and check my channel for more important videos